and we are here. Tom, thank you for
Hello.
jumping on tonight, mate.
Thank
Obviously,
you.
you're finished now, so I appreciate
Yeah.
taking this time because I imagine the end of a few days like this moment now is like quite big for you, isn't it? Like having done all that.
Yeah. I mean, been stressing about submitting the workouts as well, actually. Got to say, but I had a copyright issue with and it was a global one, so nowhere can see it, right? And it was my the toast bar toast bar rope climb one, and I was like, shit. Um, so I was kind of panicking about that. I was like calling up Max. I was like, what do I do? I asked like Harry Keane as well. I was like, have you ever faced anything like this? Harry was like, just do unlisted. Um, and I was like, yeah, I suppose I could because if it's unlisted, you can still see the video. Um, but they kind of want it like a public thing. So, but I emailed CrossFit as well, and luckily they actually came back really quickly, like within the hour, and they just said try and mute the bit of the audio that's doing it. So luckily it was quite late on in the workout, so I didn't have to mute me talking or anything like that, and like introducing myself. Plus we had a whiteboard every time, so if something was muted, I don't need to worry about that. But
Mm.
yeah, that was pretty good that they came back. So I've just gone on to YouTube Studios and cut out that bit of audio. So it's a bit
Is that
quiet, but I was just,
is it basically the
you know,
music then in the background that's playing
yeah,
in the gym?
yes, yeah, fucking Ozzy Osbourne, whatever the music was, he's copyrighted it.
Mate,
So
that would have been
it's
such a
for
shit way for your semi-final bid to end because of Ozzy
guys,
Osbourne.
tell
Yeah.
me about it. I was like, if that is the reason I can't put my score in, I was like, this is bullshit. Um, but no, luckily that got resolved. They emailed back just saying mute the bit that's got it because I looked in the rule book first and he said nothing can be edited, and I was like, me muting the audio is an edited version of it, and I
Mm.
was really worried. But I mean, if they said it's okay, I mean, I've got the email, I've got all that, so if they want to say anything about it and get funny, I'll just be like, look, you said this. It's got pieces in my chops.
Is that what you've had, mate? I was going to ask that. I was going to say, what
Yeah,
was the
I
celebratory
just
meal for finishing?
yeah, just at their house actually. So I'm upstairs in a room, and yeah, we just had pizzas. So
Nice.
yeah,
So I'm not gonna keep you long because I know you're with your mates. You've had a great time, so I'm not gonna keep you too long. Just a couple of things today. So you've done the final workout you were doing was the toaster bar, the 30-minute AMRAP. How
yeah.
did that go versus how you thought it would go?
I was quite worried about grip on that one, and it did get grippy, but I was kind of worried that my grip was going to blow up sooner. But we had a good strategy going in where it was just like it was enough to have like just hold on to your threshold. The rowing was like when you're rowing, the fatigue goes very quickly within like a minute. So actually, your grip kind of gets a nice rest, which is quite weird, but that's how it happened. And then once you start doing the toes bar again, it did start to come in like at 15 reps in, which is weird because I was like, I kind of wanted to hold on to like a bigger set in like later rounds, but as like she was jumping up, I was like, oh nah, don't worry, like just don't stick to the game plan. I was like, it was one of those where I was also really scared to chalk up because like there's so much time that you could lose. Just doing it. I know like it's a 30-minute AMRAP, but like in that type of thing, every rep is like really important. Um, Especially with like a rope climb rep. It's a long time to do a rep. So yeah, if you lose that time, like if you lose time within that, it eats into your rope climbs, and that's like a big rep kind of there, costly one. So yeah, I only basically like chalked just before I did the rope climbs each time, and not on like the toast bar, which I wish I kind of chalked on the toast bar, but um, I was just trying to avoid wasting transition time, basically. It was just very like that workout was very much like a transition um, between sets, like between the movements as well as your sets, like in your rope climbs and your reps, how you do how well you move through it. So it's very much like an execution. You just got to hold on to a pace, basically.
And were you happy with your execution on that? Because I know you.
Yeah, I think it was like for like my grip and how poor it is. I think it was we're happy with it. So we're pretty happy with it. We did it well. We executed it well. So yeah.
And did that leave us time for any redos?
Yeah, we did do the shuttle run one again. Just just because like yesterday's like the first round was a little too hot, and it definitely did affect later rounds. So Max was like, just give it a shot. It's worth it. Like just he was like, just don't leave anything to question. So we did it. It was going really well. We were like on target to like beating the score, and then I kind of dropped off a little bit on round three, like no round four, sorry. And at that point, you kind of like I kind of was on the floor, and I looked at Maps. I was like, "Is it even worth it?" And he was like, first he was like, like no, it's not. And then he goes, "Actually, no, fuck it, bro. Just do it. Just do another round. Like this is your last one. It's 2 minutes, and you're done." So I was like, "Yeah, okay, you're right." He said, "You just got to hit this amount of reps, and you've beaten it." So, and I was like, "Oh, actually, no. You know what? I actually think I could do that." Which is weird because I remember like the round before, I was like, "Fuck this. This is shit. Like, I can't go any harder." Um, like drool coming from my mouth. I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" Like just dazed. And then for some reason, just like like it's like a flick of a switch, and you just kind of you like locked in. Like fuck, I needed that in round four. But yeah, it was cool to like dig past it and kind of come out the other side of it, like just beating the mind. So,
Yeah, that I'm going to say that's something that you'll be able to draw on, like, and take experience from moving forward now, knowing that
exactly.
in that moment
Yeah,
you can do that.
exactly. Which I'm kind of like, that's probably what I'm quite happy about the most out of it, was just kind of ignoring that type of that mental, which usually in the past it would. I like in my mind I'd be like, I can't do this, just give up type of thing. Like now it's kind of like using it and like kind of rewiring my brain to be like, nah, you can, you can, like you're not gonna die, so just just do it. It's your last round, yeah, type of thing. So
All right, I've got two questions for you before I'm going to let you go, mate, and get back to your
go on
pizza and
then,
your party.
let's
So
go.
before you started this semi-finals experience, so Thursday when we chatted, what percent did you give yourself of qualifying roughly?
uh Probably about 75.
75.
Probably about
And
seven.
and
No, no, actually no. It's probably lower. Probably lower. I'd say probably about 40%. Actually, I don't know why I said 75. I feel like 75 is too certain. I say about 40.
so before you did the workouts, you were 40%, and now you've
Yeah.
finished them all, and it's over. What do we think, percentage wise?
Uh, I'll be on it. Like it's hard to really put a number on it. I wouldn't say like it's 11 spots. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Like, and if you look at the people there, it is stacked. I'm not saying that like I can't beat them because I know I've beaten them in some workouts, but like in the past. But it's it's just I I'm gonna say like 45 now. I don't know. I don't want to sound too
Yeah, maybe I framed that a little bit wrong. I guess like if someone had said to you like your performance that you've put in, would you have took that beforehand? I mean, are you 100%
yeah.
happy with
I would
your
say
performance?
I'm like execution wise performance. I'm happy with what I did. Like I feel like I've given it my all. like definitely learned, like definitely made a few mistakes in there, but like a perfect weekend is pretty tricky. There's a, like, that's 5 workouts and trying to execute perfectly on all of them. That's a lot to ask for. I think like it's hard to be perfect on everything, but I think it's been good and successful. And yeah, like I said, I'm happy with it. And like, if it's not this year, then it's definitely next year. That's what I'd say.
Amazing.
So
And
yeah.
then last one, mate. What is this? If you had to pick one thing that this sort of weekend's taught you that you're going to take away and work on, what would it be?
Mentally, kind of just, I mean, I'm sure I'm starting to do it now more than ever, but like kind of backing myself a lot more, and just kind of feel like I belong. I mean, like I said, I mean, I don't know where I'm at, but I feel like I feel confident and happy in my results enough to be like, yeah, I'm proud of them. So there's that. And I also just think maybe like training wise, like certain workouts that I would like to work on in the, like either certain intensities or stimuluses that it gives off. Like that's what I need to work on, I think. So there's definitely things like training wise that I'd like to take away from it going forwards. Even if like say I did well in them, I feel like I just want to be a bit better in them and feel not more comfortable in them, because I mean it's never going to get easier, is it? Like whenever you're doing a workout, you just the pain is always there. But like, I just kind of want to endure that pain a little longer before it starts hurting, basically. That's what I kind of want to build, that capacity where um, almost it before it hurts, you're leading the way, and you're fucking winning. That's why that's my goal. You know,
Love it,
hurt,
mate.
train so hard that you know when you're out on the floor, your 80% is is everyone else's 100%. That's the fucking goal.
I love that. Is there anyone you want to call out before we leave it there? Have I
Yeah,
had a big
well,
support crew this weekend?
yeah. I mean, mainly there's a few actually. We'll go Max and Kelly for like taking up a lot of time out their weekend for it. Spending money on the judging courses for it. Um, just a lot. They've taken a lot of time out for it. Kate for always being supportive. Um, CrossFit Solent for letting me use their dumbbells in a very like in time of need. It's been it's basically saved our asses. Wessex CrossFit Wessex, I say, for letting us use their facilities on Saturday. And Lefty, who was my judge. He's part of the AFJ like organization, so that was really cool to have like a really kind of professional judge there. Made you feel like really confident and safe, should I say, um, in like how you're moving. And then CrossFit Fairham for just letting me stay like for Friday and Sunday, and everyone there who came to cheer on. Everyone's been great. It's been really helpful. Like they even moved their guy, like loads of guys at Fairham actually moved up the rig higher for the rope, because it was like half an inch too low to be used. And luckily there was like a bolt that they could move it up to where it was 15 foot. So they came in yesterday um, after their little event, and like their what's it called?
Yeah, comp.
Comp, yeah, sorry. And yeah, they just came in and lifted it all up. So they've gone above and beyond, kind of support me. So I'm like really grateful for everything they've done.
Mate, that's the power of the community, isn't it? Amazing.
I know.
Although
I mean,
I don't think Charlie's too happy, mate. I think he wanted to call
thank you,
out.
Charlie, for the dinner. I mean, we ate all the pizzas before he could get any. So yeah.
Right, mate. Well, I just want to say a thank you to you for like giving up your time, especially
Thank
today,
you
because
so
I know what it's
much.
like. when you do something like this, you just want to get on and enjoy it because you've fucking done so well, mate. And I'm proud of you. And thanks for doing this, and we will catch you up
Thank you so
soon.
much, bro. Yeah, take
Cheers,
care.
mate. Bye.
Thank you.